Hello everyone. Today I will explain about Elsy 360 M Plus, its mode and how we can use it with a couple of accessories are already connected in them. So as the video progresses, I will explain them one by one. Okay. This model Elsy 360 M Plus, it comes with ligation. Okay. So we'll start from left to right. Here is the output for ligation and here is the corresponding mode wherein it, if you can see this, ligate, it has 5 levels and then after that there are F1 and F2. So totally it has 7 different levels with a combination of current and voltage to give different desired results. Okay, as of now we'll just keep it at number 3. And here if you see, this is for bipolar, this entire section is for bipolar, and here is, from here you get the output for bipolar. If you see, there are several modes a surgeon can select as per their surgery, and wattage can be adjusted according to their need. Okay, and this is for monopolar, which is a very common monopolar cut, which is very common and universally known, and this is where you get the output of monopolar cut. Okay, and here there are like 2 outputs for monopolar, here and here. If I show you, there are 2 outputs, monopolar cut and monopolar coagulation. Okay, and apart from that, if you look in here, here is the programs wherein you can save the number of programs, make changes of output port, and change date, settings, all the general things which is required. And if you see here, it is PPCM and split PP. So ideally it identifies whether it is a split type patient plate or a non-split type patient plate. Here is FS mono, which means the output is very standard, basic bipolar cut, basic bipolar, monopolar cut, monopolar coagulation. And when you switch from mono to by pressing this button, you get the other alternative wherein you can use the ligation plus bipolar and this scalp cut, which is like scalpel cut. I'll explain you them one by one. Now, this is a standard setting. Well, I'm using a wireless foot switch. If someone is not using a wireless foot switch, to switch between the modes, they can use this button, wherein in wireless the alternative is by pressing this button. See that? You do not have to go to the screen to change the modes. Okay, to start with, I will start with a simple bipolar. I'm using a forceps and a very simple setup to show how it will function. See this? I'm just holding this gauze piece as a sample and I'm pressing this bipolar foot pedal. Can you see this? Okay. I hope you could see that output and the smoke that came out of that gauze. Next is these two output. Here you basically, it is used for hand switching, hand switch pencil, wherein you can control the cut and coagulation using this port, and this port is basically used for foot switch, wherein the control of monopolar cut and coag is given by foot switch. Okay, and I am using a foot operated pencil. I'll show you the cut mode, although I'll reduce the power first. I'll keep it close to 30. See this? I hope you could see the result in that. Okay, and I am using coagulation now. Okay, so these are the basic output, basic modes wherein you can get the output. And the other one is, if I have to show this, wherein this vessel sealer is connected into this port. Okay, this mode is basically used for vessel sealing, but since it is in FS mono, you cannot use it for ligation. To use the ligation, you have to switch from here and hold it tight like this and press the Okay, can use your as well. So just wanted to give you the glimpse of it. I used an instrument which has a blade in it, blade inbuilt in it. So when you switch from mono to bi, this pedal, if you can see this pedal, this bipolar pedal, this pedal acts as a ligation, and this pedal acts as a scalpel cut, and this pedal will act as bipolar. Okay, show you that. I hope you can see the smoke. Okay. For scalpel cut, there is a very different kind of instrument that we have invented that I'll talk about that later. Fine. So this is the basic setup, how to use basic bipolar, monopolar, bipolar, monopolar cut, monopolar coagulation. And then if you want to use the vessel sealer, change the mode to mono to bi. And then this becomes vessel sealer, scalpel cut and bipolar. Okay. Now there is another option, and there is a different instrument which we basically use. Is called plasma bisector. This is an instrument which is basically a dissector. This one can dissect, seal and coagulate. Okay, so since this can do all three using one instrument, what we have decided is, rather than giving the output from bipolar, the output will be delivered from here. So what I'll do right now is, I will take this cable from here, okay, and I will connect the cable from this instrument to here. Okay, that just fell off. I'll keep them aside. One sec. Okay, now this is bipolar. Okay, now for us to use this port, what is important is we need to go to program. Can you come here to program? Okay, see this. Press and hold, it goes to the another option. Press and hold again. If you can see, it says BP on ligate, on or off. To change it, press this lower button. Now it is turned on. Again, press and hold. There is an option called SC on ligate. You can turn them on and just leave it as it is. In a couple of seconds it will go off. Okay, it went. Now I'll just this one again. This can be used as, if you try, since this bipolar output on ligate port and SC on ligate port is on, if you try to use this port, there will be no output. If I show you, there will be no output. You see that? There is no output, no smoke, nothing. Because the output from this port have been diverted to ligate, which means the bipolar output would come from this port. Can you see that? Okay. Now, this first pedal will not be used for bipolar, whereas the same this monopolar cut will be used as it is. I'm sorry, I'll just pull this out. You see this? Monopolar cut, monopolar coagulation. But the bipolar isn't working. As I mentioned, this output is being transferred here. Now, if I switch to bi, okay, with only this instrument that can be done. If you turn on bipolar output on ligate port and SC on ligate port, okay, these features output will come from this port, and this can only be used with this kind of instrument. please do not turn on those features and try to use forcet. It won't work. It is only meant for this kind of instruments. If you want to use a very basic setup, okay, then just turn them both off, bipolar output on ligate port and SC on ligate port. Turn them off and use it. This will be basic one for you. Okay. Now here, if I just hold this and I press, see that? It's quite hot here. Okay. So this can seal the vessels in chunks, and to dissect you have to now do it from the tip of the instrument. Since this is not a tissue, it won't cut, but it can seal it. You have to use the tip like scissor action. You have to press the pedal, and after pressing the pedal you have to use like this, just the tip of the tongue, I'm sorry, tip of the instrument. And to seal the vessel, hold the jaw completely like this, if I can show it in this angle. Okay, don't press it too hard because it is not required. Okay, if I can, I'll just put it this way. Can you see it now? Okay, but when you want to cut, just use the beginning of the tip. And for bipolar, it can be used as basic. Okay, now if you want to use a very simple setup and with simple use, then just go to the program here, turn it off here again, leave it as it is. And in this case you cannot use this instrument. That mode is specifically meant only for this instrument, this bipolar or this golden tip instrument. Okay. Now again, since we are to normal mode, first I'll again show you monopolar cut, monopolar coax. Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't repeat this mistake since it's not connected there. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, too many cables. I just okay. See this. I hope we can see this now, right? Okay. Now, if you want to use ligate, just press this button or this button from foot switch, FS by. Okay. You can use this instrument for ligation and see the smoke? It is sealing them. Okay. So basically this is how it can be used, and please try to understand it again. Using bipolar output on ligate mode, if you turn them on, you cannot use this bipolar port. To use this bipolar port, you have to turn them off. Okay, I hope this video explains everything. Thank you.